Hey everyone, it's Tyler Stroik from Universal Rackets, and today we're going to be going over, in my opinion, the most awkward shot in tennis. And what is it? It is the backhand volley. Now, why is the backhand volley so awkward? It's because it's your non-dominant side and you're swinging like this. It's odd. I tell all my students that I work with, hey, the backhand volley, it's never going to feel 100% good. Full disclosure, but my goal is to make it feel better. So if you stay tuned for this whole video, you will learn tips and tricks to make sure that your backhand volley is at least feeling better, and you will be able to execute probably a more consistent backhand volley. So to start off with the backhand volley, there are two types of backhand volleys. There's one with the one hand and there's two with the two hands. Now, you always want to try to hit a one-handed backhand volley. If none of these tips work for you, then go for a two-handed backhand volley. But you're not going to have as much flexibility. So again, we will be teaching the one-handed backhand volley. So the first thing that you want to do, that I like to tell all my students, is just make sure that your racket is up and out in front. A lot of players, they have trouble with their backhand volley because their racket's down at ready position. When I'm waiting for the ball, my racket is up and out in front. Now, what's going to happen? I'm going to turn my racket. Again, my racket's up out in front. I'm going to turn my racket to hit the backhand volley. So here, 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 here. That is the first thing that I want you to start understanding and feeling. Again, when I make contact with the ball, I'm going here. When I make contact with the ball again, I'm going here. Notice when I go here, where are my knuckles facing, guys? My knuckles are facing kind of forward. I'm not like this. A lot of players, they do backhand volleys like this or down. They drop their backhand volleys. They go like this. Where are my knuckles facing? My knuckles are facing down. You always want to make sure that your knuckles are facing forward. So the first thing, ready position, knuckles are facing forward. Why did I say ready position first and then I went on to tell you guys knuckles forward? Notice another big thing why players can't hit their backhand volley is because they take the racket back way too much. They take the racket back here and then they go. Again, they're going to swing their backhand volley. They're going to take the racket all the way back and then in the net are so inconsistent. By having a proper ready position, that's going to ensure, and this is my next tip for you guys to learn and have a better backhand volley, is you want to never take the racket back. Notice, my racket never goes behind me. I want you to think that you have a brick wall right behind you, right? So pretend I have this brick wall. I could maybe Photoshop one. Probably not going to spend the time finding one, but there's a brick wall right behind me. I cannot bring the racket back because there's a wall, right? Or not, brick wall, wall, fire. You can't even get close to it, let alone touch it. So instead, by staying out in front with your ready position, now you're going to be able to make better contact. Now, after that, after you feel comfortable with keeping the racket out in front and going with your knuckles this way, now what are you going to do? You're going to make sure that you start freezing your racket. So a lot of players, they go wrong because they drop their racket. They drop their racket. I always want to keep my knuckles forward, and look again, my knuckles forward, strings are forward. When I hit again, my strings are always forward. I want to freeze at contact. A great way to ensure that you freeze at contact or your racket stays, which is really more difficult than it seems when you go out and try to keep your racket back on your non-dominant side. It gets yucky, right? Instead, what you're going to do is when you do it, you're going to freeze that your strings are facing the target. Again, I'm going to hit and my strings are facing the target. When I do the hit over here, watch, I freeze, boom, strings are always facing the target every single time. So that is what you're going to do. Your homework now, go out and try it. It's one thing to watch these YouTube videos. It's another thing to go out and actually do it and just go to hit, out in front, strings are to the target. If I want to hit over here, strings are target. I'm never dropping my racket face. I want to freeze after contact. Now, once we establish the proper swing, now we're going to start getting in our feet. Now, I'm teaching as a right-handed player. If it is lefty, you're going to do the opposite. For the backhand, all you're going to do for a beginner, if you guys are picking this up, you're going to step across the body with your right foot. Again, when I do a backhand, here we are, ready position. We have everything up from the top. Now we're getting on the bottom, right? We're stepping across our body. We're stepping across our body. We're stepping across our body when we hit that backhand volley. I'm stepping across the body when I hit for that backhand volley. That's going to ensure that I make contact with the ball and I get the ball over the net. Too many players, they don't step and the ball goes straight in the net. So the step is just like you're on the dance floor. Think about it. In the arcade, when you have those old school Dance Revolution games, you're stepping on the right arrow if you're hitting a right-handed backhand volley. If you're hitting a left-handed, you're stepping on the left arrow. You're stepping across your body. A lot of players go wrong when they step because they either don't step, the ball goes in net, or they step forward. You want to make sure that you step across your body. Notice, after I step, this foot is in front. My front foot is in front of my back foot. Again, so I never want to step forward. I want to step, or just straight forward like this, I want to step across my body. Now, why do I want to step across my body? It's because it turns my whole body. So if I step across my body, now it turns my body. Oh my God, that was horrible. Let's try one more time. Here we are. Here we are, I'm gonna turn, step, here we are. Look, I turn my body, that's now my body sideways, that's got my shoulder sideways, and it allows me to get proper contact. So again, always step across your body. So great thing to do to learn the step is just like we learned the racket and contact, now what we're doing is we're just stepping and we're gonna hit. So again, you're gonna have someone feed it to you, you're gonna step, you're gonna stay here, and then you're going to hit. You're going to step, stay here, then you're gonna hit. Step, stay, then you're going to hit. You're just going to stay and then you're going to hit. Now, once you get that, then you can time your step and hit. So you're going to step hit. You're going to step hit after you get that down. Notice, what did I say? Step hit, step hit, step hit. It's not a step, then a hit. It's not a hit, then a step. It is a step and then a hit. So a great way to do it is say it out loud. Someone's going to feed it to you. Go split, right? Maybe. And you're going step hit. Say it out loud, it's going to have your muscle memory register it, and it's going to teach you much easier. So now we have the step hit, we have the step, we're synchronized, we have the proper contact. Now what we have to do is we have to make sure that we have our non-dominant hand properly, okay? So when we make contact with this volley, you want this non-dominant hand to either be here or you want it to be straight back, depending. If you have a floater ball, right? If you have a super high, slow ball, you can be like this, like you're going like no good field sign, field goal sign, but also if it's super fast, here we are, here we are. Freeze a contact, right? Out in front, turn, freeze a contact. Notice my hand's going back. One thing that I'm not doing, or two things I'm not doing, is my hand's not going up and my hand's not going down. I want my hand to go straight back. So again, ready position, step, and hand goes straight back, freezing the contact out front, making sure my body is sideways. Now, if you guys can use all these tips and these progressions working on your contact, then getting your steps synchronized, then working on your backhand, you will be able, or your back non-dominant hand, then you will be able to hit a good backhand volley. Now, it's one thing to watch this video, it's another thing to go out on the court and use these tips and tricks that we've went over. So do it. Let me know how it goes in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe me on YouTube. If you guys enjoyed this, any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments below as well. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Link is in the description. Make sure to subscribe to me, and I'll see you guys next time on court. Happy backhand volleying.